Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show. You decide who's the goof and who's the goober. Join Matthew and Regan as they talk all things from their own personal life questions to reviews on movies and TV shows. Now, your hosts, Regan and Matthew. Thanks, guys, for joining in. It is your boy, one of the Goof and Goober. You decide who is the goof, who is the goober. We're going to get started soon. Matthew has to go. He's got a bunch of things going on. The guy, the man has so much going on in his life. So much that he misses his own podcast. But right now, I got in the background some Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and boy, does it get you going. And my dog is down here. Oh, I got a new dog. Guys, I got a new dog, and the bad boy, well, the bad girl, her name's Roxy, and I love her. She's great. She's fantastic. She's doing wonderful. But it's a little bit more difficult than I thought because I have another dog, and I have to be very aware and careful on the two being together alone. When I leave, I gotta make sure she's not. Oh, when I leave, she leave the room, I should say. She and my other dog like to play a lot, which is fine. I'm totally fine with them playing, but it gets to a point where she's a pit bull and she will grab on to anything my other dog does. So one of the things that she does is she's got like neck skin, and she'll grab onto that and won't let go, but she grabs onto it so much that it's leaving scars. So it's not the best thing, and we're trying to get them to get her to not do that, because my other dog loves to play with my new dog, and it's just trying to figure out what to do with them. Anyways, and then now I also have to keep watch over her because my cat, she usually stays down here. She doesn't like me with the dogs, obvi. But my cat lives down here, and her cat litter's over there, and she'll like move all her cat litter all over the floor, so much that it gets outside of the cat litter. Okay, I gotta vacuum like every day because of this, and because I have to vacuum every juice draft. I did. Well, technically not. I mean, it is a new dog for me, Roxy. I took on our main man, Sean Dvorak's doggy dog. But now, so the cat litter throws off all her poop because she likes to dig into her cat litter. And then as soon as she starts digging, her poop, and even the litter will just go outside of her cat litter. And because my new dog is so, how do you put it? Curious. So curious. I mean, she's just very curious that she will sniff it, and she says, "Wow, this could be good," and takes a big old bite out of it and start chewing on it. And so I have to make sure. I have to make sure that she's not getting into the actual cat litter. But I also have to make sure that it's just going well for her, because she's all alone now, watching Lord of the Rings, having a good time. You know how it is, man. Just the normal thing, but it's a fun time. Hopefully, I don't know when Matthew is supposed to be on here. If you haven't noticed as well, I mean, at this rate, yeah, I got a new cat in this year, and then a new dog in this year. It's just animal after animal. We're just adding animals to our Roxy, get out of there. She's trying to escape too right now. Reese, if you want to sub in, you know what? I'm going to send you. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to have a special guest star on this. Let me get my invite going here. And wait, Reese, how do I send you a personal message? Facebook? You might have to jump off when Matthew. But you know what? Screw Matthew. He had his chance. Oh, I got to make money. I got to have a good time. You know what? Screw that guy. He's had his chance. Reese, you still have Facebook, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I got to make money. I don't care about that, dude. We have a podcast. How hard is it just to blot out from 8 to whatever? Are you logged in to your old Facebook? Me and my brother are going to have a good talk. This is going to be a second special guest star. I wasn't planning this. Technically, this is someone new to finish our basement since you have a new job. I can come on the weekends, Leathers 96. So joke's on you. Which I will do. I plan on it. I'm trying to find. I don't want to send it unless I know it's. You're on. Okay, here I go. I'm sending it now. I just sent it. But I will come on the weekends. I've been planning that actually to come on the weekend and pretty much finish it. TBH, well, that's what I was going to talk about Reese with. The first day of working at. Oh, you can't. It's this way. Oh, I'm here. Here he comes. Oh, I can hear myself.
Okay. Oh, it's my microphone getting a little bit of feedback. Okay, it's going to my headset it's going to my speakers instead of my headset.
Typical.
Let's see. Why did it do that?
But I can't see you, Reese.
I know. I'm working on getting my green screen set up. Just 1 second.
Working that up.
There we go. Now you shouldn't get that echo.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yep. You're good.
All right.
Reese, am I sounding a lot better, TBH?
On the Twitch, I think on Twitch you sound better.
Yeah.
On this app, you're not that great.
Oh, you're on an app?
Well, we're on this streaming app thing that you got here, this Riverside or whatever it is called.
Yep.
This app that talking to you, I don't know. They may have I don't know what's up with that.
They record it individually, so what happens is what Riverside does is they record yours. Like if it's not like a Zoom call or anything like that, but so if we want to post this is like post-op kind of thing where if you want to record if you have YouTube channels or anything like that, you like kind of what Matthew and I have been doing.
Yep.
The quality of the video quality doesn't go down or anything like that when we're doing recording it because it's recording on your side and not on my side, basically. is how it works, from what I understand. And then afterwards, it gets all uploaded to each individual. Like your microphone, is recorded separately than everything else. Your cameras or videos recorded separately than everything else, and you can kind of break it down. So it's a good time. It's I enjoy it. I did just upgrade my microphone. Well, Matthew and I did. I don't know.
I see you got something there.
Yeah.
I went to and my green screen. Trying to get it all right, and then my green screen just said, "Nope, I'm just gonna fall." That's how it works.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you have yours off.
Yeah, I'll just give me a second.
I trust yours.
There will be a shiny, beautiful camera set up.
I can't wait.
With a almost good chroma key.
Chroma key?
Yeah, well, that's what you use to say, hey, anything green goes bye-bye.
Ah. Now, Reese, you're the real tech guy. The
I
big
am.
tech guy. Like, I think
I'm not that big of a guy. But,
No. Are you, you're coming this weekend to the big get-together, right? Are you doing anything special? Did mom or dad ask you to do anything? Yeah. I have to, I gotta send you a message probably because I got to do worship, and then mom asked me to lead a devotional, and I'm trying to think. Okay, you're good. I gotta figure out what devotional I want to do, and I've been thinking about what I want to be. I don't know. I got a bunch of kids in this devotional, so I'm not my devotional. I don't know. I got to pick my audience here. And my audience is pretty much kids and grown-ups. So, there he is. Beautiful.
Yep.
Wow. And it moves. It's like
yep,
gradient.
I got a beautiful moving gradient that I made in myself in CSS.
You bad boy, CSS.
Yep.
But yeah, I had an idea of what I wanted to do my devotional on, but I cannot. I forgot what I wanted to do it on, to be honest, right now. Shoot, I don't know what. I mean, I got to pick up my audience because there's so many ages in this devotion in our group that you could really pick anything. But if I pick a certain topic, I think I need to direct it at a certain age group because we got small kids, we got medium, like your childhood kind of kids.
I hear you. When I did it last year,
yep.
I was struggling with that too because I was like, okay, there's a lot of different age ranges, and so I'm like, okay, I want to do something that isn't something you would normally hear,
right?
And so I was like, one thing that's been fascinating me, which has been the history of the Bible, and so I went with, okay, where did the structure come from? What the Bible we know of today, where did that structure come from? And a lot of it, and so I went with kind of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And more history than a actual Bible lesson per se.
Yeah, that's really good. I think that's knowing that and having wisdom in that when you're studying the Bible and knowing the Bible and just knowing how actual Like, this isn't, well, here's a problem, not necessarily a problem, but something that I've always dealt with. I mean, still to this day, is just that I always we grew up pretty much always with the Bible. We grew up, Jesus is Lord. And there's never
Right.
been a time in my life that I've really like, Jesus is a Lord. Which I am blessed in that. But like, some ways it's just like, well, if I really chose Jesus basically without my parents, without like my childhood and how I grew up, would I be more of a Christian than I am today? Like, would I believe and be more devoted than I am? Because if you think of like Paul, I mean, he wasn't necessarily a Christian and he was persecuting Christians, but then he had this huge revelation that changed him for the greater good of just everything. And that's where I feel like I haven't really had my revelation, I guess.
Right, you're right. It's the whole, you see the good testimonies are people that were screwed up in their life.
Yeah.
That were drug addicts and
Right.
and you're like and like you see those people and their faith seems so strong.
Right.
Because and it might maybe and it's okay, is that because we've grown up in the Christian faith?
Mm-hmm.
And I like one thing I always kind of look at. Hi, Watson. Sorry, the Watson came and needed pets.
That's right.
Watson never has enough pets. So one thing I always kind of link it to is the parable of the prodigal son.
Yep.
Not as the prodigal son, but as the brother that was always there.
Hmm.
And that we kind of we're sitting here and we're seeing these people that are getting this party for them.
Yep.
Right. And it seems like it's above what we've received even. I mean, I don't mean to be ungrateful, but that's the feelings.
It's like the same thing with speaking in tongues. Like, I think I totally believe in speaking in tongues, and I think majority of the people that I probably have heard speak in tongues probably weren't actually speaking in tongues. But I mean, I believe that people do speak in tongues, and when I don't think it's a very necessary public thing to do. I think it's a very intimate thing that you do with the Lord that happens when you're just overwhelmed. But like one scholar, John Piper, he opens up about that and just, and he's a very, just this great scholar and guy that, many Christians and many people look at, and he said, I've never spoken in tongues. And, this is something that I really want to do and I desire, and I ask God, like, why not me kind of thing. But, it's just kind of like, but Lord, if it's your will, I'm going to kind of go with it. And, this is our life. We can't change it or anything like that. And we always wonder what we could do, but
right.
I don't know. That's so, I guess going back to the original point was what I got to do for this whole sermon.
Mm-hmm.
I got to sit down here one of these days. But this week's going to be busy since I did start my first day at my new job today.
Nice. So are you out of the other job then?
I am out of UPS. I am no longer a UPSer. I am now an accountant. Back to that. We are live in accounting now.
Nice.
I'm back. Today was my first day. Work at, where is it? It's on this side.
Legacy Construction.
That's me. Ooh. Yeah, mostly exterior stuff. We're not too interior really right now. But small business, there's like what, 7, 8 of us working there, but it's a really profitable company right now from what I've seen and heard about. And they're doing really great for themselves. And I'm really actually pumped because, I got my office. This is the first office I actually have a window in. And I'm really 2 windows actually, but the second.
I'm kind of sad. My office, they put cubicles in front of the windows, and
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, there's cubicle walls.
That
So I get
sucks.
I can I get a little bit, but it's like
Yeah.
I really hate my cubicles. I'm just
I
like this.
It is so good to when you're in an office with no windows, it is so depressing. And you just feel like I gotta stay in here all day but when you have a window and you can see outside and just see people, I've been, I guess, more prompt to get outside and when people are out there talking. And I'll go out there and talk to them, but it's more as well that I actually know some of the people because some of them go to Zoe, and so talking with them, and they're just great company to work for so far.
I did not enjoy having a first floor window in when I was worked in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, because you worked at the bank.
Well, this was at my current job. We our first location that we were at was right in downtown Minneapolis, kind of just basically downtown Minneapolis. So I was right on the other side of the river
Yeah,
from downtown.
and not having that first floor window, I guess
And
you can't see
I
anything.
well, no, I saw everything was the problem.
Oh really?
Every person walking
I
by,
guess so.
and I'm a tiny bit paranoid. so so
Just
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 every
maybe
second just looking
they
up,
didn't give
fighting,
you
oh, who's looking up there?
curtains or anything like that.
Not really,
Oh
not too
gosh,
much. Yeah, so
that's not fun. Yeah, that's something that I'm also thinking about getting because now my office is all empty, dead space right now. I'm trying to figure out what to do with decor, but I'm also thinking about what could I use. I'm thinking about getting a smart or not a smart board, a whiteboard
oh yeah,
on one
whiteboards
of the.
are awesome.
Yeah, and they have in the majority of the other offices they have whiteboards, so I don't think it would be too difficult to ask for that. But I just started. I'm basically still trying to figure out basically their processes and processes is how my. Is it processes or processes? Because Tyler always says it's processes, and I was like, well, it's
I
processes.
think processee is the correct term.
Yeah, I don't know. The English language is probably one of the most confusing languages in the whole world, and I get so upset about it. Oh, please don't let it fall.
Let's see, can I get that?
It's just because the dog's just been
I
walking
just
back
pulled
and
up the
forth.
Twitch stream, so I didn't my
You
my
didn't see that?
view. Yeah, because
Yeah.
my view is vertical,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so
Well, mine. Yeah, mine's.
hi, buddy.
Yeah,
Should we get you in the camera then,
should be
Watson?
fine.
Since you keep coming over here, you want to come? Let's get you. All right, on up, up.
She's
There.
too big. Oh, there she is. She's got a sweater on and everything.
Yep. He.
Or he
It's
is.
Watson.
Yeah,
What?
Reese. All my animals are girls, so
Okay.
I have.
Okay.
She is a common pronoun that I use consistently.
Okay.
I'm sorry I misgendered your dog. I
Okay.
can say
Okay.
that.
All right. Go lay down. I love you, buddy. Go lay down.
Yeah, yeah. Now I got my new dog.
Yep.
Got Roxy over here. She is. I don't know. That's a whole new experience because this is my first ever dog I've ever had it, and dealing with, I guess, how to train a dog. I've never really dealt with that, but also like the love a dog gives you is amazing. I don't know. I got, marrying Tyler and bringing her dog into my life kind of was a whole new perspective of basically dog life. And I love her dog, and she's great, but like it's always been her dog, and like she gets really, really excited when like Tyler gets home, and she's like jumping and she's a Great Dane, and so like her, it's actually pretty funny because her booty, like she moves her booty, like I don't know, like it's crazy, like the way she moves her body, and like I don't know, inside and out, but and then just wags her tail like crazy, and that she's gets so excited when Tyler gets home, and that's great. And when I got home, she's somewhat excited, not as excited as Tyler is, but now with my dog, basically, she kind of gets that way, and she follows me and wants to be by me, and that's always a great feeling. That just like, it's not like a naggy kind of thing. It's just like, okay, you're mine, and that's a great feeling, I guess. It's not like, a child, I got a 7-year-old son, and he doesn't follow me around, but I love him to death, and I love him more than my dog, but there's just a different type of love that you have for a dog than really anything else, I feel like.
Yep. So what was the theme of today's thing? Oh, Shazam and The Last of Us.
Oh, no, I got to change that. that.
No. Oh, it's...
have you seen Shazam yet?
Then?
Have you seen Shazam?
I've been ex-naying theaters. I might go...
Exiting?
Ex-naying.
Oh, ex-naying.
I haven't been going to any theaters.
Oh.
In like the past 2 years, probably.
Well, is it because of COVID, or you just don't like it?
Well, COVID. I don't like people.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it's going out, paying way too much for food and snacks, and 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 every time I go, it feels like the ticket price gets a little bit higher. Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, now, granted, theater seating is way better than what it was.
Okay.
But back, like when we were kids, I mean, it was just, it was
jam-packed kind of thing.
Jam-packed, as big, as many seats as they could in one theater.
Okay.
And I mean, and now they got the nice recliners and things.
Now that's something I did want to talk about, because AMC, like the major movie theaters, they don't have that.
What?
So I went to Shazam, and when I went to Shazam, I went and saw it at an AMC movie theater with Axel. They don't have those.
Yeah, that sucks.
The only ones that I have seen with recliners have been Imagine movie theaters.
There's been a few. There's the one in Coon Rapids has them.
Coon Rapids?
Yep.
Which one?
And the St. Michael.
That has one. Them. Okay.
Is got pretty nice seating.
Okay.
It's been a while. I can't remember how Maple Grove was.
What are those? Aren't like main movie theaters though, right? Like those aren't
the Coon Rapids one is. That one's a big
is it
name
AMC
one.
Or what's another? Marcus.
Might be a Marcus, but let me see here.
I mean, I don't know how big Marcus movie theaters
theater.
Is. But
it is a AMC. The Coon Rapids
AMC.
Yep.
I think I've been to the one in Plymouth,
Plymouth?
And Plymouth.
Sorry.
I think that one that's a
trying to see if any of the yep,
that
here's
one is
a photo. Let's see, can I copy this photo?
There's Imagine Willow Creek.
I can print the photo. Why can't I right click on the photo and download it?
So it is Plymouth Grand.
Okay, fine. Okay. I will do hacker things then. You can't stop me. Okay.
I don't know. The new movie theaters are different in the sense with the recliners and that they're very comfy now. And I do enjoy that.
Yep.
And now they're also coming out with, the food. Now they'll, you order food before the movie, and then you go to your movie, you sit down, and you get your food brought out to you. And
I haven't been to one of those yet.
So Imagine does that. They usually have like a full bar. The one in Monticello, they got the axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
Yeah, I have axe throwing. It's been there for a while, actually.
Okay. Well,
but I haven't been there.
It's been 20 years since I've been there. So
did you work there though?
I worked there 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got not necessarily. You got one free movie or something. I was so jealous.
It was like I can't remember what it was. I didn't use it actually that often because we lived 20 minutes away, so.
But you'd also like when you were working most of the time, you'd kind of watch a movie in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, no, you get to know the endings of movies.
Okay, you can.
Because I did the cleanup afterwards, so kind of. So sometimes you would be like, okay, the next movie that I need to clean up is that one, so I'll just sit and watch the end of this movie.
You just watch the end of movies. But this is the funnest part about probably working at a movie theater is that you get all the extra popcorn.
All the extra popcorn, yep.
You get these big garbage bags full of popcorn. I remember as a kid, you coming home in the car full with these bags of popcorn. And our mom loves popcorn. And so she loved it. And we'd keep it, but to think that I don't know. But yeah,
so the free things that you got at so when you're working at any restaurant, right? You learn what it is and isn't inventoried.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. I always, that's one thing I really sucked at for working at restaurants, because also the other thing you learn very quickly is the prices for everything and what the final price is going to be before you finish typing it all into your cash register.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially movie theater, because there's a couple combos that are super popular, so you memorize what that total is, if
for sure.
And so I would get the money and get the change all without ever using the cash register.
Okay.
And so I would have the right money at the end of the night, but not the right inventory. My money and my inventory was always messed up, but I was always having way more money in my till than I was supposed to, because I memorized it all. It was just
that's interesting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so my managers did not like that about it.
Well, why not? Yeah. Okay, so then we were going to review John Wick.
You've seen the fourth one now?
We just saw it last night.
I wanted to go last night. I was gonna take Dad.
Oh yeah,
but he had a small
What
group.
are your thoughts on the first three movies, though?
Okay, so I've loved the John Wick series. They're awesome. Keanu Reeves does a great job. attention to details with firearms
Yeah.
is I love how often they have to reload. It's just that's such a pet peeve of mine. Of just
Yeah.
it's like just
Just you need to reload right now, kind of
yeah,
thing. But
but everything is so well done. The muzzle flashes, the thought, everything is thought out. The entire
okay.
they play the gun battles as a ballet, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that's one of the things I think that people love mostly about this. One of the things that I think most people wouldn't like about it is Keanu Reeves acting. Well, I guess the way
the
he
one thing I love. The biggest thing
yeah.
is the acting through silence.
Yeah.
The storytelling through silence is something that isn't done
Mm.
except in this movie, and they do it perfectly. The
This movie, yeah, there's not a
the
whole lot of dialogue, that's for sure.
yeah, but it doesn't explain things out to you. You like the call that he gets where John Wick like doesn't even say anything,
Mm.
and
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
the Russian just he is scared out of his mind.
Yeah,
The
in the
build
first
up,
John Wick. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
the build up of him is so well done in
Yeah.
the way they're storytelling it without blatantly just saying things. They are using the best thing that you could do is show and don't tell
Yeah, and
in
that's
the best way.
in some of these it's very corny and the way that he says things. I don't know. I think it's just Keanu Reeves in general cuz I didn't like him in the Matrix, the newest Matrix. I
Oh,
think
well, the newest Matrix was not that great.
no, it was horrible.
It was just like it was
It was one of those movies that you're very much anticipating and they completely changed the story of
right. Well, yeah, it's what they should have been doing. I have a theory that for the Matrix series, which is less of a theory because it's based off of actual dialogue in the script, but very people were paying attention. I feel like
to the
so. One
dialogue.
of the in the second Matrix, you had the architect scene, if you remember,
Yep.
where he's sitting on the chair and he spouts off a bunch of things, but he talks about Zion in
Right.
that, and that Zion was created by the machines themselves as a backup protocol. So to me, you know how they talked also about how the original Matrix was perfect. Nothing
Right.
was wrong, but humans couldn't accept it. So
Okay.
what if they created the Matrix and then they're like that was our time, normal things that, but then we're like, okay, for the people that can't accept that, here's a thing that sucks even more and created Zion.
Hmm.
So it's a matrix within the matrix. It's a backup program designed to prevent people from escaping, which is why in when outside of the matrix, uh, Neo was able to stop a sentinel, and why he was able to start seeing all the computer programs as well
Hmm.
as the matrix, when he was blinded.
When he was blinded, he was able to see everything
Yeah,
as it was as if he was in the Matrix.
right. Or they were showing as glowing, but they look
Yeah.
different, but it's a different, universe.
Hmm. Interesting. But
And
then
so
that's just a big loophole that you could just keep going down.
right, but then what you do is what they should have done is gone all of the matrix is actually controlled by humans. So
Yeah,
so you say there's only 2 levels, okay? And then you get out to the next level and you find out that the Matrix is actually a storage of rogue AI.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
no one in in the system. So all of the computers are computers, whereas the humans are AI that has gone beyond what the humans could control.
A subgroup within the subgroup,
Yep.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Interesting. But then, yeah, I guess so.
So
That'd be
that would have
interesting.
been a far better plot than
Yeah.
now okay, we
Now there's
brought back Neo for or the computers rescinded on their deal. It made more sense for the computers not to rescind on the deal at that point, or for there to be a complete restart.
right. And then them finding out that would be actually pretty cool. Way better, I think. Because the two, ones, the one, whatever, the chosen one, just
Hmm.
didn't really. That was just dumb to me.
Well, yeah, it was designed by the computers, the
Rox,
chosen one.
Roxy. Right. She's stuck, I think now. Roxy. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I think though Keanu Reeves in that.
In that Matrix, it was not good. I thought he was okay in Matrix 1.
Yeah.
Um, he did a good job. And he did a good job as being slightly confused at what's happening, and he does that well, I think.
Right.
Um, Whereas in John Wick, he did really well because he didn't say anything. He he he
It
let it,
seemed.
he used action instead of words.
Yeah, and like he is. I mean, this has started a spark for him as a gun, enthusiast, and uh, you know, practice of
Oh
the
yeah,
sport,
yeah.
whatever.
His training that he's gone through, it really shows.
Right, and that I think he focused a lot more on that than the actual acting, which is fine. I'm not necessarily mad. I mean, there's so much action and so much things in this movie that you love
Hmm.
within the series of just the amount of technical uh, technical thought that goes into just the shooting and how you would carry a gun, how you hold it in these types of situations. And I mean, not even just guns but martial arts and everything. Just the whole action thought is just and that's what makes, I think, this movie so popular, is because people love that and love seeing that type of realistic. But the acting, I think, is where it lacks.
Mm.
And so, like in chapter 4, where with this movie, it's kind of you kind of see it a little bit more. And it's like, I don't know if it's just Keanu Reeves or just his acting these past few years, because when I watched the Matrix Resurrections, I thought the same thing. Like, man, Keanu Reeves is like, I don't know if he was like this before, but I don't remember him being like a super not like a crappy actor, but like his
I
acting
feel like
wasn't.
he's not always been that high caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, he does great in action movies. He played Bill and Ted.
Right.
But
Excellent
that
adventure.
again, not a high acting role. Um,
He's
and
had. I mean, yeah.
and I mean, it also could be, with any of the, like, you get to a fourth movie, And there are so many people that want to get their hands and change things, and with the producers all want to get a little cut of that and have a little piece that's theirs.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these, when you get into sequels, if you don't have a director that is going to be able to say no to their producers and be like, no, you need us. This is what I'm here for. You stay back, okay?
Right.
And because I feel like once they go, oh, there's money to be had. Um, they those producers they want to get in on it. I like you remember the C.S. Lewis Disney's track at that
No, I don't think so.
when they did Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, right?
Oh yeah.
And then every movie just got progressively worse
Worse, yeah.
as they went on because they got Lion Witch in the Wardrobe did amazing in box office, amazingly.
Like
And so
which one?
the Disney one.
The Disney one. Oh yep.
Yep.
And then after that, it just
And
got
then after that,
progressively.
the Prince Caspian was okay, but I mean, it they introduced elements that weren't in the book, trying to like create a love interest of Caspian and Susan, and Lucy getting jealous of the interest that Caspian had
Yeah.
on Susan. Or no, that was yeah. Oh yeah, yep. That was because at the end of the next movie, Susan wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Um, and
It-
yeah, it just
well, John Wick has been like after every movie. At least this last one it crushed the franchise record for their opening weekend
right.
with 73.5 million. And no doubt it is really good action. So
Yeah,
and like some of I'm thinking of these pictures, these imagery of looking at these pictures of from the movie, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty sweet because he busts out the old nunchucks, and that's a sweet
oh,
scene.
that's a horrible weapon. Ah, no,
Oh,
no
but
one should ever want to use nunchucks. It is the worst weapon in
oh
out of any martial weapon I can think of.
yeah, and there was I guess there were some times where like I thought that like the guys he's fighting multiple people like three or four people at the same time or whatever, and I'm usually people when they're watching that you'll watch him fighting the main guy he's got his attention on, but usually in those scenes I think I look at the other guys
Hmm.
because that's where the blocking really comes in. They're really their movement really matters because there should be no if they're really good, there should be no like hesitation with those guys. There should be no weights, or kind of let me take a breath and then go into it. It should be like, come on, let's go. And
Right.
there was a few times where I was like, you kind of look like you were waiting there a
Yep.
little bit.
Oh, we got to make sure we only attack him one on one. Well, he's attacking that guy. He's
Right.
busy with that guy.
Right.
I don't want to Yeah, he's preoccupied. I don't want to.
Right.
Oh man, that'd be so rude for me to fight him right now
Right.
and try and kill him right now.
That would be so dissatisfying. But do you know who Donnie Yen is?
I am not up to
You
date on
watch
actors.
or
Let me.
Ip Man? You watch Ip Man?
Donnie. Oh, yep, man. I know of it. I don't think I've watched it.
Yeah, well, he's the main guy who plays Ip Man in that, and he's now. I mean, that's where his main role I think has come, or it made him famous
Okay.
in martial arts. And then he has then grown into different types of roles, like in Star Wars. Now he's a kind of a supporting actor here. It's a weird type of role. He's the same age or around the same age as Keanu Reeves, though.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is like 58, did I see? Yeah, 58, and he's 59. It's just crazy. To me, I don't know, because our dad, our father is, oh jeez.
Oh no.
So sorry. I am so sorry.
And you don't even have, and you got us
I
playing in the background.
I know. Look.
You don't even have your new microphone. You just
because literally I haven't had time.
I could switch to my beautiful microphone that I got over here.
Yeah, Reese has a beautiful microphone, and
I can put it in front of my face too.
See,
Regan, wow.
There. I think in order to switch the microphone, I have to leave this call.
Matthew, that's what you're gonna have to do.
I am so sorry, guys.
I cannot believe it.
But now it can look like I'm using a cool microphone. Yeah.
I got a daily dub.
You got a dub?
I got a daily dub today. And I had 4 hours of talk time.
You bad boy. And it's almost the end of the month, dude.
Dude, literally. So last night, I could not sleep after going and seeing that movie.
Really?
I didn't go to sleep until like 3:30, and then I had practice that I had to leave at 5. So I'm running on an hour and a half of sleep.
Matthew.
I know. I've got a massive headache, and my ears clogged now. Like, I just feel like a complete idiot.
Go to fucking bed, dude.
Well,
you don't need to do the pod.
Are you guys podding right now? Is that what you guys are doing?
We're casting up that pod.
Yeah, we're casting up the podcast. We're talking about the old John Wick. Matthew, you tell me this. Tell me real quick. Just real quick. We're talking about John Wick 4. What were your thoughts on the old John Wick 4?
Let's just say there are consequences.
Reese hasn't seen it. Reese hasn't.
I guess.
Reese. Yeah.
Okay. Here's my background, Reese. Okay, I haven't seen any of the other John Wicks.
That's Regan. You made him go watch it and not have any context.
Yeah.
So literally the entire time I'm like, what is going on? Why are they fighting? Who are these guys?
Yeah.
And then,
to be fair,
John
that's
Wick,
all
the entire
quite a
time.
few of the thing. 2 and 3 were like that too.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I got my merch today.
No way, dude. Let me see.
Yeah,
this.
dude.
I gotta see.
Man,
this,
today
dude.
Today has been a day, dude. Like, it has been a long, boring.
I
gotta
tell you. Reese, I need you at my work, dude. Well, there's no IT, but I had no computer my first day.
As an accountant?
As an accountant, dude. All right, let's see it.
What you got?
This is the Army Green, baby. Nice.
Okay.
Dude, the quality on this.
Right?
The quality. It's so nice. Baby.
Ooh,
the Army Green's really nice, man.
I want to get. That's the one nice. I wanted to get next.
Well, you didn't. I got the dog hair all over the floor. Then we got this. We got the
just
sweatshirt.
The sweatshirt like mine.
Yep. And then Kaylee got a. Yeah. Or no, I got a crew neck. No, wait.
Oof.
This isn't right.
Uh-oh.
This is just a regular gray crew neck. But it's freaking sick. Yeah. I got my merch, man.
Dude,
got the freaking merch.
Congrats, finally, after how long of telling us that you had it and it's in the mail?
No, I never said I had it. I said it was on the way.
It's a week away. So I'll be getting it this week.
Great movie.
This week. Okay,
Great movie.
Keep going on your rant.
Oh, so John Wick. So John Wick. I didn't know any Keanu Reeves was so bland in this whole movie. It was
Okay.
It was horrible and hilarious at the same time.
It was a hilarious, hilariously.
But why?
Yeah.
Like they're talking about serious stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, all right."
But that's okay. So this is Reese's point in this whole thing is that it's a very kind of like silent film in a way that you don't.
He really doesn't talk.
He doesn't really talk, but in the same way, it's more about the action. What did you think about the action parts?
Well, my thought was that he speaks volumes silently. And it's not only his silence, but the reaction to his silence from everyone around him in the previous movies. That was kind of amazing. He is supposed to be an understated character. That is supposed to be what he is he takes things in stride because I guess is from the previous movies.
I just thought when I was going into it, everybody was like, Keanu Reeves, he's a dude. Everybody's like, this guy could be in the MCU. This guy should be in Star Wars. This guy needs to be in everything. And I'm just thinking to myself, this displayed no sure, by stunts, by the way he moved, sure, he did a great job. But his acting when he was communicating didn't really hit me. I was like, I haven't really seen too many Keanu Reeves movies, to be honest with you. I never really saw The Matrix.
Oh gosh.
So,
oh man,
yeah, I know. I heard they're horrible, so that's why I haven't watched them.
Yeah.
So I don't know really the depth of his.
I think the problem is that the Matrix 1 blew people's minds, and then everyone was expecting Matrix 2 and 3 to blow their minds as well.
Yeah.
But it's within the same setting, and so they can't really. I had a way to do it, but they did not do it. I already talked to Regan about that.
This is a more murderous 007, in my opinion.
It is. That's one of the feelings I got from this movie. These whole movies is that it is this new 007 type series that, I don't know if we can't necessarily go with the 007 though, because 007 is like a never-ending series because 007 isn't necessarily one man, isn't necessarily attached to one guy. 007 is a thought, a theory in a way, kind of like a symbol, like Batman, because anyone could be Batman behind the mask. But Keanu Reeves...
You could say the same thing with John Wick.
No, because John Wick is John Wick. That's Keanu Reeves. That's who.
Anybody could be a John Wick. So the post-credit scene.
That's not John Wick, though. That's going to be somebody else.
The point I'm trying to make is, now they're moving to somebody else, where the premise is going to be the same type of movie.
Okay, first
off, it's basically just another John Wick.
You're spoiling it.
No, I'm not.
For Reeves.
Well, they already wanted to do similar things from John Wick 3, with the what was it, the were they ballerinas? I can't remember the group of the
the Russian people kind of.
Yeah, the Russian. Yeah, that was supposed to also be a spin-off series, and that's a lot of what John Wick is this intrigue of the underground assassin.
Right.
It is that they don't tell you things. And that's the beauty of it, is how much they don't tell you, is what I love about it.
Yeah, I guess my point isn't necessarily in 100 years from now, they could still be making 007 movies and still basically have the same premise. It's a guy, his name's basically 007. And
you do the same thing with John Wick.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, you can.
No,
you just call it You just call it You just call it Jeff.
Okay, Regan.
Jeff
he
Gossman.
thinks that you can replace Indiana Jones and have you can't argue with him. There's
I just don't see, and this may be my ignorance for not seeing the other movies, right? It may be, but
yeah,
in the
you
end,
definitely need to watch John Wick 1. It's
I would see. Yeah,
it sets
that
up the
one
character,
and
it. I think you shouldn't watch a fourth movie as the first one in the series.
Thing is,
that's what I was telling Regan. That's what I told him, and he was like, I want to go see it.
Yeah.
That's one of the movies I wanted to see, and I said I'd pay for you, and I paid for you, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie yet?
We are
really
planning on it.
Oh.
Doesn't it come off on the 31st though?
This weekend.
Yeah. Okay. If you guys are planning on watching that, you got to pull me in. Okay. Nobody can nerd out on Dungeons and Dragons more than I can.
That's true.
That you know of.
I agree.
I mean, there are people that can nerd out more than me, but that you guys know, I am the top of your list. All right.
Sure.
I would agree. I think that's when we do review the D&D. We got to bring Reese back on.
Yep. It comes out Friday.
Okay.
It comes out this Friday. Well,
I'm going to be gone this Friday.
Yeah, me and Reese are going to be gone this Friday.
Where are you guys going?
Somewhere that you weren't invited.
Yep.
I never get invited, even to Bible studies. It's like you never even want me to just be with you, man.
What Bible studies?
Oh, the one in the city. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, didn't even invite me. Yeah.
I got invited. I said no.
Yeah. Well, Reese isn't a big sports guy. That's okay. It was just with sports guys. I completely forgot about it.
I'm the biggest sports guy you know. I'm the biggest sports guy you know.
No, you are not.
I totally am.
No, Paul Allen's a way bigger sports guy, and I know
Who's Paul Allen? Who is that guy?
He's the voice of the Minnesota Vikings. So how dare you?
Whatever. You don't know him. You know of him.
Regan is the biggest sports guy I know. So.
Yeah, so suck, Matthew.
Yeah, you haven't met me then, Reese, because
I have met you in passing. I was at a birthday party the other day with you.
Yes, you were. Well, let's just say, okay, we'll put it into context here. Whenever anybody needs like advice on fantasy, like all the time, someone has to come to me for the advice. I don't know.
Who?
His name's Regan.
It's because I ask everybody that.
He's like, do you think Nick Chubb would be a good fit here? Or do you think I should pick up Alvin Kamara?
You aren't my only resource.
Because you play the field, man. You play the field.
You are not my only resource.
You play the field. I'm loyal. I'm loyal.
Yeah, I play it with everyone. I ask everyone these questions.
You hear that, guys?
Yeah. I took into fantasy football and just treated it as a statistics problem. It's like, here's a bunch of numbers. Let's use these numbers. I don't care about what teams these people are on. I have numbers.
Works out.
Right. It does. It really does work out. And it is a big numbers game, but it's, I don't know. So also,
dude, can I just say your mic sounds fantastic?
Thank you. Your mic sounds horrible, just TBH. You haven't set yours up yet?
Is mine?
I haven't had time, dude. Yeah. Literally.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I know mine's not horrible,
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I hear
should we do hauls this week or what?
You got hauls?
I've got a ton of hauls, man.
Maybe Reese got some hauls. Our weekly hauls. Well, Matthew, why don't you
sorry,
I demonstration.
I don't really get to the end of your guys' podcast.
Yeah, like these are our weekly hauls.
So usually
things we
weekly hauls are things that you get throughout the week. So like for an example, a weekly haul might be we got this. Thank you, Regan.
Yeah.
So this is for the new mic.
Nice. Is it what kind of inputs it got on there? It's got XLR?
Oh, it's got a XLR. It's got a headset. It's got pod output, music input, USB-C, quarter-inch hyper threads on that.
Oh, hyper threads, huh? Ooh.
Yes, hyper threads. I got a couple other this week. These are metal tin.
Oh, I
Ooh.
thought those were comics. It's like Matthew.
Nope. So they're gonna go up on the wall. So that's a couple hauls. Oh, I got a couple hauls from Hawaii.
Oh yeah,
man.
Matthew. That's right. You got back from Hawaii. I forgot to let everyone know that.
Yep.
Aloha is
The aloha
strong.
is strong in this one.
Oh, Reese, do you watch Mandalorian?
I watched a bit of it.
The newest episodes or no?
What are there new episodes?
Yeah,
Season 3.
Season 3
Okay.
just came out.
Okay, I have not watched season 3. I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, don't. It's not that.
You just need to watch the last episode. That's it.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's horrible.
Oh,
Did
Reese,
you
also
guys watch
Go
Dragon
ahead.
Prince?
That's the
So-
Netflix series.
Yeah, Netflix
right?
series.
I have
not.
actually.
Okay. So,
Have
and
you?
have you seen the latest season?
I have not, because isn't there like it's not Dragon Prince? No, they have like a not a knockoff of it, but like a separate series or
It's
what do you call it?
it's technically
It's like Game of
season 4,
Thrones.
but
Yeah.
they called it The Mystery of Aravos. It has got to be the most disappointing season I've ever watched.
Really?
Oh. So, seasons 1, 2, and 3 I loved of Dragon Prince.
Yeah, I know. I remember you talking to like high praises for that.
Yeah. Great series. And then apparently it just the season 4 just dropped everything. Every bit of quality that it had is just gone. The animations were horrible. The storytelling was just dog poops, and
Typical.
and and it's like they did everything in one take and said, "Oh, good enough for a children's show. We're good." That's what everything felt like, is that they said, "All right, good enough for a kids show."
Interesting.
So they had a high level production, and then they were just like, "Okay, we need a." They
kind of reminds me of Westworld.
Yeah, I noticed that they changed directors for this season to the same director that did the Dragon Ball Z live action movie and a bunch of like yeah, I was just like that was like his biggest thing on his resume. I was like,
so horrible.
"Oh, I'm like you."
So that I mean, that's kind of a good. I mean, we've talked about this on the pod for a while about with The Last of Us, because our main issue with The Last of Us is that they need to make sure that they don't try to draw it out, and just try to make a pretty penny off of it. They need to actually make sure that the content that they're producing is good enough for everybody that kind of keep watching.
Not with their TV shows where they're busting out 3 TV shows a year,
right?
And they're all like crap quality, like
right.
No, I'm with you. I think that's where, and I was actually listening to the series or the last episode today on my way home from practice. And Max brought up a good point that, like, when it comes to series like these, like you have to focus on story, you have to focus on quality, and that's where a lot of TV shows, they hit these bangers for the first season, and then the second season, third season, fourth season, it just kind of slowly declines.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When it comes to Last of Us, though, I agree with Max. By the way,
that they
just talking about last episode,
or just that?
I think this next season's going to be really tough. Just because I got a spoiler for what Max was referring to in the video game.
Right.
I need to
it looks like
buy
Reese
those.
knows.
Stop.
I have not played them at all, and I have yet to
Ooh.
watch the TV series either. I am
It is
behind.
so good, Reese. You're missing out.
Yeah.
The series, the first season's really, really good, but I don't want it to fall under the realm of. Did you guys ever watch Westworld?
I watched a little bit of it.
Watched like the first half of the first season. I
Yeah,
don't watch
like,
too much HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, like season 2 or maybe is it season 3? I can't remember which season it is, but it was just like it went so high. It was like at the peak of the peak, and then it literally just went, whoosh, and the next season was just horrible. Like it was the worst. I really hope that they don't do that moving forward. Personally.
Yeah, I feel like Marvel is kind of at that point too, where they've reached that
100%.
peak point, and now it's just like, okay, they raised the stakes so high. I think is the problem with Marvel right now is the stakes got so
Endgame
high.
did so good.
Endgame did so great,
Right.
but now everything else kind of seems trivial, as far as problems go.
I think the thing is I think Marvel. I think they'll get their act together. I do think so. I just don't know when. Because I think they realize, and you see, like back in the day, they had a couple bad movies early in their in their start of the MCU, and then they, it was kind of just like a wave. Like sometimes they get the bad movies, but then they really come out with a good one. But I don't know. I just think
that's
they're gonna pull
the same thing with DC. I get the same feeling with Marvel that like, they're gonna pull it off.
Don't you dare!
DC, you're like
DC has been in the for years.
Oh please, Max!
They haven't produced anything good.
Batman
in years. That's not the DCU.
DC universe.
That is a completely different universe
Batman.
than what's been created. The Batman you're talking about that came out last year is not a part of the DCU, just like the Joker isn't.
I don't understand what is DCU then. If it's
just like basically the Batman versus Superman and the Justice League and
that whole thing.
Yep.
That whole thing. The only things that have been good is Snyder Cut.
Okay, but the whole part of
even Snyder Cut wasn't that great.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean the plot of Justice League was basically, hey, this is going to happen. We need to do something about it. Okay, we did something about it. The heroes never really failed at it. The biggest problem that they really ran into was Superman.
Yeah, but
I think he was the only good thing about the DCU.
I hate Superman. I mean, Henry Cavill is amazing, but the thought of Superman, just the character concept itself, I find ridiculous.
That's true.
An alien
guy that can't die, basically.
The Invincible. That I'm okay with Invincible as a satirical method, but Superman is not as satirical.
Huh.
I mean, it's if you know that there is absolutely nothing that can kill Superman, absolutely nothing,
except kryptonite.
Not even that. That just makes him slightly weaker.
Makes him vulnerable.
No, they've shot him with kryptonite. It's been in the stories, and he just comes back.
So how did he die in Snyder Cut?
He didn't. He came back.
Yeah, he came back from what did he? He came back from not the cube, but time travel. That's how he came back.
No, he wasn't. It wasn't time travel. They rose him.
Oh, Flash! The The Flash revived him.
Right.
With his speed and electricity.
Yeah.
In the pool of.
They put him in the alien pool. So there's always like, oh, he didn't die. His heart was just beating at really, really, really slow. And basically, I mean, since Superman they probably could have just left him out to bake in the sun and he would have been fine. I mean,
get a gnarly sunburn.
Right. I mean, but that's how Superman is charged, is through the sun.
I mean, that is.
I think you're right, Reese. I mean, the DCU is just dog crap, man.
There are two heroes that I really like, and it's not actually because of and one of them I hate the hero actually, but both of them have amazing villains, and that's Batman, which I don't like as a character.
Did you like the Riddler? Gotcha.
Yep, I don't like the Batman at all. And Spider-Man. Both of them have the best villains, I feel, out of anybody else.
That's true.
You don't like Spider-Man?
No, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is probably my favorite hero all time. Because it's down to earth. It's a smart kid that actually does things, where Bruce Wayne, they say he's smart, but no, I don't actually ever have him be smart. The world's greatest detective, and he's never actually detecting anything.
But that's the thing about like these movies, like superheroes movies. I think you're right on that. Is that they need a good villain in order for it to be a good movie, or even a good character. Because if they don't have that good of a villain, it kind of shoots him down. I think, though, you could say, I mean, Iron Man 1, they didn't have like a super good villain. I think people just liked liked seeing the idea of new technology and what people could like come up with different advancement in technologies that we don't necessarily think or know about.
Well, I think they had decent villains, but because they transitioned villains, and because they hyped up X villain, right? And then they had the what was his name? I can't remember, the big bad guy, Dispatch. Dispatch. Oh, sorry. What?
Thanos?
No. Iron Man 1. His buddy,
War Machine.
Yeah, no. Not War Machine. No.
I'm only catching parts of what you're saying, so I'm just trying to piece it together.
Okay. Yeah. So the guy, the bald bearded guy that
I know who you're
rebuilt, tried rebuilding. I can't remember his name exactly off the top of
Ironmonger.
Yeah, Ironmonger. Because they had that the Arab bad guy that had kidnapped Tony, right? And that survived Tony's attack. And they were building him up, and they had built him up a bit, but then they took Ironmonger and had him dispatch them so easily and simply. It built him up as well. So it wasn't a bad villain, I would say. They did a good job expressing stakes.
Yeah, and I think, go ahead.
And I have to say, just because Iron Man 1 has the best ending for a movie ever of all time.
The I Am Iron Man?
Yes, that ending it rocked everyone's world.
And that's what people loved Robert Downey Jr. for this too, is because he really seemed like this was him.
Yeah, he did a great job with it.
it's the same thing you could say with Deadpool and Ryan
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. People love it because this is more of who's kind of Ryan Reynolds is as a human, like who he is normally. And they don't necessarily...
I think we can't argue that Marvel casts some of the best individuals for their characters.
Yep.
But this is the question. Yeah, okay, we can agree with that. But then why?
Why do they?
Yeah, like how are they doing that?
I think Daddy Feige he's just so good at what he friggin' does, dude. Daddy Feige he's like, money.
That's true.
I gotta figure it out.
The guy.
It's just like HBO and finding Pedro Pascal in Game of Thrones, finding him for Last of Us.
Feige is also not even that. Pedro Pascal's in Mandalorian, and guess who directs that whole thing?
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, and he's been the main man about. For the whole Marvel universe, he's
a dude.
Yep.
He directed Iron Man, and he basically got Marvel universe.
Did you hear?
And then you also had Joss Whedon on First Avengers. And the first Avengers movie, Joss Whedon.
Jack Sweden.
Joss.
Yeah, Jack Sweden.
And he's just, and where he shines is bringing in multiple very unique cast members and bringing them together. I found. Because he's, you got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Dollhouse, Angel, and
guess who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh no,
Pedro Pascal.
That's right.
He was.
Yeah.
What was he doing in?
He was a vampire.
He's just a side.
He was a side character, but
okay.
Yeah. He was also in NCIS, I think, or CSI
yeah, he's
for
a lot
years
of
and years.
Things.
A lot of TV shows. He's been in the background for years.
Yeah.
And then he just finally just hit the front stage. He's the main man now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the way that you bring together a cast and crew is a huge part. I mean, DC hasn't been doing so well with the men that they. I mean, you can look at the Flash guy. What's his name?
Don't even get me started.
What's his name?
I hate that guy.
The Flash.
Barry Allen.
We were just talking about him.
I know.
Barry Allen. Perfect. Thank you.
I did the nerd thing.
Every time I keep looking up.
I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know
Ezra
actors.
Miller.
Ezra Miller. Yeah, there you go.
You know who?
Don't even get me started on that.
Reese?
I assume the guy that plays the Flash.
Well, yeah, but have you heard about the stories about him?
I heard you guys that there's been some bad press about him. Where he's been
not press.
He's been doing some horrible things and then just continuing on.
Yeah,
as if nothing happened.
They just don't have the best. I mean, you could also say now with Marvel, with what's his face, Kang, the guy who plays Kang. The news that came.
Yeah, but the problem is that the problem is that happened after the movie came out. They're re-letting that guy back in after
all these
what he did,
kidnappings, sexual assault, basically raping and kidnapping a girl.
Ew.
Yeah, this guy's a tool bag.
He's a freaking piece of trash.
Like, and here's my thought.
How is he acting and not in jail?
He was in jail. He makes a lot of money.
That is not a thing that you get out for.
Here's the problem: is we don't make enough money to be able to say really what happened. All we know is that he's out. He's doing movies. So our interpretation to this. He paid a guy. That's all we can. That's all we can guess.
But this is the thing, though. We don't know anything.
So he served time and he was found guilty?
Basically, yep.
They literally had a video of it.
Yeah.
Not of him in the act, but him getting pulled over, getting arrested, all that.
Okay, well, yeah, we still live in a country where we're innocent until proven guilty. And I
one
understand.
Of them was drinking and driving.
I mean, drinking and driving, yeah. But that's not a straight prison charge. But kidnapping, sexual assault, and things like that.
I'd have to look into it. I think he might have had somebody in the car.
Yeah, he has been charged and all that stuff. And let me see, charges.
Because charges
he was charged with felony burglary in August, stemming from an incident where they allegedly broke into someone's home and stole bottles of alcohol. And Vermont police are also searching for a woman and her 3 children, who neighbors said were living at Miller's farm in unsafe conditions over the summers.
Okay, so charge. So the court case hasn't gone through then.
Must not. This is from February 12th of 2023.
So they have probable cause to keep him. Yes. They have probable cause to keep him.
Right.
I don't know. The way I look at it is with Jonathan Majors and that whole situation is like I don't know. You don't like, why do you pay people to do bad things? Like I just hate that idea. You know what I mean? Like, don't pay him money because there's a reason why this happened, right? Like there was a reason why this thing was brought to somebody's attention. Just like with Deshaun Watson and that whole thing, right? And we don't really know anything about it, but his charges were dropped, right? Like, and then apparently a few of the girls were actually at one of the games, and they were given tickets to go to the game. So it's like we reward people for doing bad things, and that's what I hate about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the
like, what was last time you heard of Mark Wahlberg getting into trouble like that?
I don't know. Do you think Mark Wahlberg's a pretty outstanding guy?
I don't know. I just threw out a random name. It's like he's a prominent actor, so
he's got the
prominent
Ash
actor,
Wednesday, the Ash thing going on right now.
I think he's Catholic or Jew.
I think he's Catholic. That's Ash Wednesdays is Jew or not Jewish.
Yeah, it's a Catholic tradition.
Yeah, I'm not Catholic. True that.
Heck no, man. No,
how many times you have to kneel every time you enter and leave your seat? Oh.
But I think Reese has a good point though, in the sense that you can't, like with what's his face, although Ezra Miller has already been charged with the burglary in Vermont and other types. I think what I've seen, but Jonathan Major, we don't necessarily know the full story yet about him, and that we can't necessarily jump to conclusion because there have been stories that have said it's one thing, but then you get down to the nit and gritty of it and you find out it's completely dishonesty. So you do need to be careful with when these stories, I guess, are coming out, because
sure,
I don't know. I guess it's more about Jonathan Major. I think more so Ezra Miller, and I know through my sources or people that I've listened to that Ezra Miller isn't the best people to be trusted in a way.
Say hello to say hello to the podcast, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett.
Say hi. Say hello.
Hi.
Say hello.
She all tan.
Yeah, we're tan, dude. You want to see? Should I take off my shirt?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. I'll take off.
No, Matthew, please.
Streaming? Oh, shoot.
Not on the stream, dude. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with Marvel and DC. I mean, we could go on for hours about them because she waving at herself or what?
She's waving.
Just random. But like, I think Marvel just has some areas they need to. Matthew,
Kaylee,
what is that
that
bright,
is so bright
light in the background there?
It's my on-air sign, man.
So interesting.
It's horrible. Horribly light. It's nice when you don't have it glaring.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So imagine this, but bright.
Yeah. Like in there, right there.
Hey, buddy. It's okay.
Love you. Good night.
The DC, I think Marvel is heading towards a DC fall where they're trying to get back and get to the grip that they had on audiences like they had with the Avengers.
Yeah, I think the DC universe tried to be too much too quickly.
Yep. Yeah.
With the Justice League. I feel like they the one thing I really liked on how Marvel handled it is they took things individually, kept things small on the scale that the individuals could do, and then brought them together for the larger things. Whereas
you see how the levels grow.
Yeah. Whereas this is just starting at almost maximum. Because I think they're trying to compete with Marvel.
Well,
in their pressure.
And that's the problem that Zack Snyder had to deal with, is that he basically, that's why he made the uncut version, because there's so much stories that you have to bring in, from what 6 different characters into one huge story with knowing information of each character and having their own backstory and trying to define this person and show that they're their own identity, basically. And that's why I think the Justice League failed so much. Obviously, I agree.
Yeah, I think
as well as they had Amber Heard in the whole movie, so that was a huge.
The best DC movie. I don't know if I don't think it's DCU, but the best DC movie that I've seen in the last, I don't know how many years, has been Suicide Squad. The second one.
Yeah, I don't know how Matthew defines this DCU, because I think you could take any movie and say, oh, that's DCU.
I don't think that one is considered DCU.
No.
Although I have heard that.
How about you just go to Google and you type in DCEU
I think Will Smith's Deadshot is getting put into DCU.
What is it?
I thought I saw a thing.
Movie.
Here you go. DC movies in order how to watch it. Here you go. Merry Christmas. I just sent it to you.
Right.
Starts off with Wonder Woman 1984, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam,
Birds of Prey. So Suicide Squad, isn't it?
Suicide Squad, Peacekeeper, Black Adam. I will say Shazam was a good one.
Yeah, Zachary Levi, I've liked him. I will always love Zachary Levi just from his time as Chuck.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying in my last podcast. I always loved him from Chuck. I never really watched the whole thing, but I just the whole thing. I watched some episodes. I think I watched the whole first season, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched all of it. It was in Afghanistan. We would just binge that show. It was our guilty pleasure. It was,
Right.
oh man.
Yeah, every time I look up DCU, meaning it brings Digital Federal Credit Union. So, yeah, Matthew, your DCU thing does not make any sense.
I didn't even create it. Jeez.
Who made it? DC Universe.
DCU.
DC is the fictional shared universe where most stories in American comic books titles published by DC Comics take place. There was no such thing of like, this is DCU, because DCU is just DC Comics.
No.
That's literally what it says. I said DC Universe, meaning it says the DC Universe is
DCEU.
Yep.
Extended Universe.
DC,
E.
You didn't say E.
Yes, I did.
It's always been DCU this whole time.
I've been saying DCEU.
I've only been hearing DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the DCEU.
Okay.
That's all.
You're such a DCEU?
District of Columbia, European Union. That's.
Yep.
Let's see. DCEU. DC
They literally tried to make their own
Universe
MCU,
is an
but it's
American
DCEU.
franchise and shared universe centered on a series of superhero films and television series produced by DC Studios and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It is based on characters that appeared in American comic book. Based on characters that appeared in American comic books published by DC Comics.
Man, Regan is just trying to find a way to prove me wrong.
I'm
he
trying.
Is searching.
He's
man,
lawyering up. He's lawyering in.
Yeah.
He's
like,
looking
man,
for that.
Matthew's wrong, and I'm trying to find what.
First
what
off, I'm pretty sure everyone heard you say DCU. Everyone can go back on their screen right now and go back to when you were saying DCU and know that you didn't say DCEU. That you said DCU.
I didn't say DCEU.
We could go back. We will go back.
I didn't say. You're right. I didn't say DCEU.
Right. Exactly.
It's DCEU. That's all.
Yeah,
completely
I'm not.
Different. I didn't emphasize the E.
You said DCU.
Just really long
DCEU.
U. It's two U's next to each other.
DCEU.
DCU.
That's just, I guess, what you get with a...
it's retarded.
Football player that's taken too many knocks to the brain.
Snap!
DCEU, baby.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
This is why I don't do
DCEU.
those sports ball things.
Oh, gosh. Just insane. I'm trying to figure out, because they are also saying that it's a part of the TV series, which means the Flash from the TV series is a part of this.
Yeah, it's like saying, is Tobey Maguire, well, take away No Way Home, is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man part of the MCU?
Never. It's never been. But they're saying that
No Way Home is.
Well,
now it is.
Well, yeah.
Well, before that,
but now
okay.
Well, you could also say that same with the Batman now with Michael Keaton now is with the Flash, because now he's coming in with it. So it's not necessarily DCEU, but it's. I mean, I get what you're saying.
They're trying to introduce the multiverse.
Yay, multiverses.
Flashpoint.
Let's see what happens there.
Yeah, that was one thing I really disliked about the last Avengers movie, the Endgame.
Endgame?
I hate time travel.
You're not a big Back to the Future guy then?
I mean, Back to the Future was okay. But in a large universe, time travel never works out. Well,
it did an Endgame.
I mean, as a storytelling mode.
Oh yeah.
it just kind of feels cheap as a storytelling thing, as a when you especially when you use time travel to solve an issue.
Sure, I can see that.
Oh, like there's a few movies where they they did time travel and they just the butterfly effect. Yeah, you guys watch that one?
With what's his name?
I was pissed off because they didn't follow their own rules that they set up. That's the biggest problem that I have with time travel, is they don't follow their own rules.
Yeah, it's got
they'll establish the rules of time travel in the beginning of it, and then by the end of the movie they'll be like, nope, that rule wasn't a thing.
And that kind of reminds me, like the whole thing, I don't know, I mean, this came back out in 2004. Kind of I guess the cover reminds me of Donnie Darko.
That's such a horrible movie.
What?
That is one of my...
Do not tell me.
You liked that movie?
That is a horrible movie.
That is...
I can't remember what it was. I know...
I got done with that movie, and I felt like my brain was raped.
You felt like you're... Oh.
Yes. I mean, there's no...
They graped.
Oh, my word.
Grape. Can't say that word.
I can't say that word?
Oh. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You gotta say grape. No, it's okay. We just don't want to get banned.
Okay.
Like we did that one time.
Yeah, we got banned that one. It's okay. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it just... Number one, they end the movie on nothing mattered. This entire movie was the end point of the you gotta love those things, that everything you just saw, none of it mattered in the end.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, it's one of those movies. It's just a very dark. And
it's just it's a strange and uncomfortable
it's a strange movie, right? It's a strange and uncomfortable movie, that's for sure. But I just realized that Jake Gyllenhaal his sister is play. I'm making connections now. Now that I'm a movie reviewer and I'm getting all the inside scoop of all the actors, Jake. Sister was Rachel Dawes is Rachel Dawes from The Dark Knight. You don't, or Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I don't know if you know anything about her. But yeah, kind of crazy. Fun facts.
Wow, that was really cool.
I don't know.
Thanks, man.
Dude, anytime. I don't know. I just a weird thing that I was like, oh, that's his sister. I always knew that his sister was it was an actor, and that she played his sister in Donnie Darko.
It's actress.
Oh gosh,
how dare you? You've got to be sensitive to those.
I want to apologize to our viewers. I'm really sorry about that. Anyone listening in. But yeah, I don't know. Fun stuff. Good times. Love it. Love talking to you guys about all these fun things.
Oh, I was going to show my thing that I've got recently.
Reese, why don't you... Go, Reese.
So I can't show it, the actual item, but I got a new 3D printer in, and then my daughter painted this, let's see, can I get it in shot? There we go. This pangolin that I 3D printed. And it's all articulating, and it's fun.
That looks like so fun. I want to get a 3D printer so bad.
Yep.
Just because of all the cool things you can just print off of it or just make. It's going to be, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to just make that. Just want to get one. That's my next big purchase, I think. Well, actually, probably not. My next big purchase will probably be a truck. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys, for joining in. We're an hour, almost 2 hours in. And Matthew, thanks for finally jumping on, man.
Sorry, man.
And I want to, thank you for making money for your family, and doing a double, what do you call it?
Dealski.
A double dealski, double day, double dealski.
Daily double.
Also want to thank my big bro, Reese, for coming on and just sharing his thoughts. Always love hearing your different perspectives on different movies, like especially with Matrix, as well as different outlooks in life. Yeah, I want to thank you guys all for that. But I'm going to end this stream here for you guys. I want to appreciate you guys for stopping in and listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Double G Show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Goof and Goober Show. And why don't you check out our Instagram page at The Goof and Goober Show for even more content and drop a follow. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.